Hi, my name is Yaiko Black, aka Ms. Muse, and today I'm going to be reviewing Anna Leigh Waters' new paddle from Franklin, the Aurelius 16mm C45 paddle. I've been playing pickleball for a few years now, and I'm always looking for a paddle that actually fits not only my style of play, but my smaller frame size, but especially my smaller hand size. If you don't know how to choose, if you don't know what size your grip is, the easiest way to do it is to actually just grip your paddle and see how much space you have between your finger, and there should be about 1 finger width between your paddle when you're gripping it. Or another way to do that is actually to take the palm of your hand and measure between the middle line of your palm to the tip of your finger. And actually mine measures a little over 3.5 inches, so it is extremely small. So that's always been a problem when I'm actually playing. It's caused problems with tennis elbow, and it's even caused some arm pain. So, and I also use that as an excuse to always be finding and looking for the right paddle. So that's why I have a million paddles so far. I prefer playing with a more control-oriented paddle, so I ordered the 16mm. And I had been playing a lot with the tempo paddle last year, and this paddle, as you can see, the grip is actually a lot bigger. The specs are exactly the same as the paddle, as the Aurelius. The only difference is this comes in a 4.3-inch grip, which is way too large, and this is a 3.9. And what I usually have to do for all my paddles is actually remove the original grip and then tightly wrap this over grip, and even then it's usually too big. So what I've had to do in older paddles is I've had to sand them down, but what that does is changes the paddle shape, the grip shape, and removes the bevels, so it makes it harder to actually find which grip you like when you're playing. So I wouldn't advise doing that. What I would like is for paddle companies to make smaller grips in general for people that are smaller, and I know there's a lot of youth that are starting to play pickleball, so I think there might be a need for paddle circumference, smaller paddle circumference grips. What I will say is, because I had so much time playing with the tempo, I had a preconceived notion of how I would like the Franklin Aurelius, and I didn't think I was going to like it. But what I did find was that this is a much needed upgrade to the C45 lineup. It's way grittier, as you can hear. And I know this paddle's a lot older, but you can hear that this paddle grip is gone, but it never had it. You can hear that. Also, when I took it out the first time, I did not play with it with any weight. I just wanted to see what it felt like, and it was really light. It was actually too light. I added a little weight to the throat, and it ended up, seemed to like increase the sweet spot, and it made it a lot easier for me to get a little plow through on my drives, but also didn't affect my hand speed at the net, so I really, really liked it. It feels like a much needed upgrade to the C45 lineup. I don't use this paddle anymore. It ends up being way too big, and that's my 18-year-old cat in the background. But I would actually really recommend this paddle for anybody who's looking for a lightweight paddle that they can actually tweak and make their own. And if they like something that's small, the one issue that I think many people will have is the 5.1-inch length of the grip. For me and my tiny doll hands, it's not a problem to give a two-handed backhand, but I imagine for most people with regular size hands that this might cause a problem. But for me, it doesn't. And it feels like a really good paddle, I think, for anybody that actually wants a paddle that's going to be really light. But this is not my main. And the next paddle review I would plan on doing is my main paddle, the RPM, and I'm going to be talking about it and comparing it to the new RPM Q2. Because I'm constantly searching for the latest and greatest paddles, I've watched a ton of paddle reviewers, but the one thing I've noticed is that all the reviewers are men. So I think there's a place and a time for a female voice out there, because I can't imagine that I'm the only female paddle geek out there. So if there's any paddle companies out there that would like me to review their paddle, hit me up, or as they say, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.